batting and we trapping, we trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Everybody give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds smooth and cool. You know what I'm saying? We in the building with it, man. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Hey, man. Shout out to your number 2 seed Dallas Cowboys, man. Let's do this, man. We got this, man. This is ours, man. Carpe Omnia. You understand? You know what that means. We come to seize everything. We did exactly what we needed to do. The first time around, this is the first step. And hey, we passed that test with flying colors, man. Now it's time to take this show on the playouts in the tournament, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. Let's do it. I'm proud of this football team so far, man, but we got so much more we need to accomplish and we will accomplish. So let's get it done, Cowboy Nation, man. Let's go. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? You should be feeling ecstatic. You should be feeling, you know what I'm saying? You should be feeling like $1 million today. You should be feeling great about your team and about your situation. Look at the fruit that we done earned out here, man. That this tree done bear that we had. Make sure that we go out there and grind and make sure we obtain it, man. I can't wait to see how this day play out, man. Let's go. Shout out to Miss T.A. Cowboys, Miss Regina Green with the green, Brandon Danson, Israel Madrid, Michael Lockhart, Bounty Hunt in the building, lost in translation. DC 4 Life, Texas, them members in the building, Kelvin Hicks in the building. Who else? Let's do it, man. Shout out to Miss Queen Cowboy in the building. Yes, sir. Big Benny Rich, Cartron Globetrotter. Shout out to you. I don't know if I ever seen you before, but welcome to the trap. You understand? We in the building. James Simmons, JBB Boy, J Diz, Marcus Hardiston. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? Hey, family, we got a lot to talk about today, man. Shout out to Carl Main in the building, Leon Roberts, Chris Longstar. What's happening? What's happening? Jerry Solis. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, sir. But first and foremost, we gotta make sure these haters doing the most. But they was put on God's green earth to do, and you already knew that's hate, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner, man. Yo, Cowboys, the number 2 seed now. Yeah, let's get it. Let's go. Yeah.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Ay, ain't no looking back, came a long way.
Let's do it.
I know that they mad, but
we just trapping on the Monday.
That would make them hate.
Victory
that would
Monday,
make them
that
hate.
is.
And we
Something
just
the other
getting
people
cake
can't
and they
say,
just in the
you
way.
understand? It's some other
make them
things
hate.
balled up in a fetal position right there.
Cause we just
Let's
getting
go.
cake and they just in the way. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's do it.
You ain't even on the team, you just a ball, boy. Real high, used to rock knockout, but it's real now.
I'm real fly.
Bitch, I probably average your career high. We the one they hating on it, probably
Give me a
wanna
one
kill
every
it.
night.
When they got our
Somebody
own
said
band, we
the
holler.
screen ended. Make sure we still
Long
live.
live CEO, CIP the
I
dollar.
think we good.
Took my brother, that shit made me go harder.
Give me a one
Turn me
every
to a
night.
monster.
Good.
Now I'm focused on the comma. Now I'ma run up them comma. The summer, run up them numbers, yeah. I know that they hate the way
Let's do it.
the ball, man.
Rockin'
all
out
this
this
ball,
ball,
man.
man.
Street made
On
on
the
the
chain,
chain.
yeah.
I can't see a thing, all this money
He
in
said
my
my phone.
face. I just blew a
Hey,
bag,
you know
ran
you
it
belong
back the
in the
same
trap,
day.
son.
Hey, ain't no looking back.
Cowboy
came a
Brown
long
in the
way.
building.
Hey, I know that they
Jay
mad,
Money in the
but
building.
just let 'em
Cajun
hate.
Cowboy in the
Hey,
building,
that would
man.
make 'em
Hey,
hate.
this is
That
a
would
family
make 'em
affair,
hate.
man. This is a gangster
And we just
party, man.
getting
One,
cake
two,
and they
three,
just in the
stupid,
way.
man. Let's get it.
That would make 'em hate. That would make 'em
I'm
hate.
feeling great today, man. I'm
Cause we
feeling
just
great today.
getting cake
Common
and they
sense
just in
slam.
the way.
Hey, we got all our people in here today, man. We got all our people in here today, man. We got our people in here. Now, you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you in the trap today, son.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. Hey, you already know, man. Today, it ain't no Sunday, but your boy Landlord just feel like preaching today. You already know it. Hey, man, your Cowboys came out on fire. You know, it got a little rocky. But we riding that ship and we got everything done. We handle business like we supposed to now. We handle business like we supposed to now. Much more than I can say about some of those other people over there. Much more than I can say about some of those other people. And I think now, man, while we sit back and look at this football team and what they have accomplished so far, I think we really appreciate it better when we look over there. You know, the grass ain't green on that other side, they say. Trap. Because them same fans would be like, oh, it was Washington, and oh, you know, it was an easy game. To my understanding, didn't the Philadelphia Eagles have the easiest finishing schedule in football? To my understanding, wasn't their path supposed to be easier and they was gonna get it guaranteed and people was conceding the division to these guys, to the Philadelphia Eaters when they conceding the division to them? Trap. No, not I though. We didn't give up. We didn't concede this division. We always felt like we had a shot because I was telling y'all from the beginning of the year, them boys was just not like that. Jalen Hurts is not him. Them boys is not
It's
him.
me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
But of course, this is not about the Eagles, but they will get trolled. Because listen, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday on the phone, man. And you know us as Cowboy fans, they always love to troll us, don't it? They love to troll us. But now it seems like all the Philadelphia Eagle fans out here, they doing the Marshall Mathers method. If you're not familiar with the Marshall Mathers method, let me explain to you. If you ever seen 8 Mile, when Eminem was doing his battle raps, you know his method was, he had a pretty crappy life. His life was pretty bad, you know what I'm saying? He was pretty poor, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot of embarrassing things that happened to him. So when he came out, what he did, he listed everything that was bad about his life. He went ahead and exposed himself. He outed himself. And he already conceded that he had a bad life and he was not this super guy to be admired. And when he did that, when he admitted all of his flaws from day one, now what can the ops do? The ops had no choice but to say something else, right?
Hey, yo, pass me a lighter, I'm trying to smoke me out.
This is the Marshall Mathers method. Now it seems like all the Philadelphia Eagles is like, yo, we trash. Yo, we pitiful. Yo, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. Trying to make us submit and say, hey, we can't talk about them because they talk about themselves. But no, sir, you won't get away with that, sir. Trap. We ain't gonna let you get away with that, sir, because y'all, we always believe in our football team. We always believe in America's team.
We are America's team. The most watched.
We don't concede.
The most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Because every time something happens to the Cowboys, they know they can always troll us because we still gonna believe in our team. We still gonna support our team. We still gonna stay solid on our team.
Solid and stand on whatever.
But they want to give up and concede so they can try to dodge some of these bullets. But oh no, sir, you're not that slick. We on your tail, sir. Trap. But shout out to your Cowboys, man, because unlike some of these other people, these boys went out there and handled business. Unlike some of these other people, we went out there and took a division. Unlike these other people, we went out there and got the #1 seed, man. Shout out to your Dallas Cowboys, man. Let's get them a round of applause. Like, of course, we ain't won nothing big yet, but these are stepping stones, man. You have to go make sure you take it one day at a time, one step at a time. You can't win the championship tomorrow. You just can't. So you need to seize every day, every moment. You need to make sure you attack it at practice. You need to make sure you attack it with the game plan, your preparation. I love what I seen from Dak Prescott because Dak said, I don't want no hat, sir. Trap. Young Ryan Dakota said, I don't want no hat. Y'all can keep that hat. Hey, that's why I wore this hat today, because we need our Cowboy soldiers out here, because we finna go to battle. We finna go to war. It's time to lace up. It's time to suit up. Let's go, y'all. It's time to lace up, man, because we got everything that we ever wanted in front of us, man, and we got a great opportunity to do it at AT&T Stadium. I don't know if you can tell, but your boy Landlord is fired up, man. So, hey, let me simmer down, let me settle down. I'm ready to go suit up. You know, I might be able to give you, I'm an old wide receiver, but now I done ate myself to a tight end, so I can give you some good reps at tight end. You know, if you want to move Schoonmaker to the side, holla at your boy Landlord from Alabama. I can get it done. But is that a bird or a plane? What is it? Let me know. Oh, it's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is, man. My bad. Shout out to everybody out here. Right. Shout out to your Dallas Cowboys, man. The topic of the day. Wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, man. Live footage of the Cowboys dismantling the Eagles for the division. Oh, no. Oh, no. We powered up like Thanos. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, man. Trap. Hey, man, they said that Eagles ship didn't sink. These boys started out at 10-1, and now they in the 5th seed, man. So, hey, don't get too confident. Don't be speaking with too much hubris. It all can fall down if you're not being humble, if you're not approaching it the right way, if you're not the real caliber of team. That ship done sunk, y'all. It done sunk. But let's get into our own business. You know, them boys were finna give us the division regardless. They went out there and got blowed out by the Giants, and that's just distasteful. That's just uncivilized. We don't know nothing about that. We beat the Giants by like a 70-point differential. Like, we don't know nothing about that. Trap. We don't know nothing about that, man. But let's continue, man. Shout out to your boy Brandon Cooks, man. Listen to what he said about your quarterback. Let's go.
On the win. That's some nice swag you got there on your hat. You guys checked a lot of boxes in this game. NFC East title. You have a road win. You're the 2 seed. The offense really got going. In this game, what of all of that was your favorite part?
I think at the end of the day, it's just coming out here knowing that we had an opportunity at hand and taking advantage of it. We knew it was at stake, and our guys locked in, didn't take this team for granted. We came out with the win, and we win the division. Another
strong performance from Dak, 4 touchdowns. What is it about his leadership and just the way he plays that sets the tone for this team?
You know, it's just unbelievable. The way that he comes to work every single day, what he demands of his receivers, his tight ends.
Did you hear that? Did you see how he said the way he demands? Dak demands excellence from his guys, man. Let's go. He demands excellence. Trap. This is a veteran receiver that said that done played with some of the best there ever was. So check him out.
It's so contagious. Got a lot of love for that guy, and his leadership is just special.
Dak called you Mr. Consistent and really credited you for helping CD in his performance. What's the relationship between you guys? And when you see him make those big plays, what are you thinking?
It's really a blessing, right? Because at the end of the day, this game is about one another, about the man that's next to you. And to see 88 go off and going so crazy, and for them it's an honor for him to say that I'm a part of that, because at the end of the day, it's really him. But that's what it's all about, helping others, right? And doing what you can to bring others up while you continue to bring yourself up.
I just think this was a great pickup, man. Like I said before, this is one of the biggest differentials we done had far as comparing last year to this year. I believe the veteran leadership then went up a couple notches. Like, I just love the contributions that Brandon Couston brought to this wide receiving room, man. I'm telling y'all, this is partially one of the reasons why you see CeeDee Lamb doing different stuff, like reaching another level, another plateau in his football game, man. Man, I just love what I seen from Brandon Cooks. And like I said, man, it's certain situations for a young player. CeeDee Lamb needs somebody to turn to, because it's like you can't know how to handle every situation if you've never been there. You know what I'm saying? So what better than a mentor, somebody who's been there and done that, had success in his league, played in 2 Super Bowls. When the going gets tough, when the rubber meet the road, it might be some answers CeeDee Lamb might not have. He can turn to Brandon Cooks, Brandon Cooks can keep him down, keep him level-headed, you know what I'm saying, and get his mind right so he can go out there and conquer, man. So, y'all, I think we really underestimated what he brought to this team as far as mentorship, not even just his ability. I feel like that was one of the biggest contributions to this team, his mentorship with CeeDee Lamb. I believe that just took CeeDee Lamb over the top, man. I'm glad we got this guy.
Have a good one.
What did it mean to finish like you
Check
did
out
and
your
take
quarterback.
advantage of your stuff? You know, Eagles kind of throw the right flag midway through the game on the started scoring down. They pulled the starters, but you guys did it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned it weeks ago about running our own race and just focusing on that, controlling what we could control, and we're able to do that. I mean, obviously, the latter part of the year had that stretch there where we didn't handle it the way we would have liked to handle it, losing a couple of road games back to back, but getting back home, winning that one, we knew it was important to come back on the road, finish the division, being a road game, understanding what we've been through on the road with importance, with the offense firing, playing complementary football, and in a big game to win the division, secure the 2 seed, and make sure that, as you said, we finish things in our hand, in our way, to our expectations and to our standards. And proud of the guys, proud of the locker room, coaching staff, everybody, organization, of doing just that.
Dak, Todd Archer with ESPN. As you get ready for this, you've been to the playoffs now a couple of times. How much are you ready to take this next step and go further than you guys have gone?
Yeah, very ready. Obviously, coming off of the past years, understanding the team we have, knowing we're coming into the season, that we had a team that could compete, wanted to put ourselves in this position, wanted to stay in the moment each and every week and not look forward to this, but now it's upon us. And I think most importantly, we've got to take it one game at a time with the same attitude that we came into this game with, same attitude that we've taken in every home approach. And it's Green Bay lined up right now. And just everything focuses on that. We'll enjoy this plane ride home, and guarantee you tomorrow everybody turns the page, puts this regular season behind them, and understands that tomorrow's not promised in that sense, that we've got to make sure we give everything we can in each and every moment of our preparation, our practice, our walkthroughs, our film study, taking care of our bodies to make sure that we're going out there and we're putting, as I've mentioned before, best versions of ourselves come out there on whenever the day is we play.
I love the mindset, man, because Dak feel like he know he's after something greater, man. He know none of this stuff means nothing if you go out here and underperform in the playoffs. This whole great season that he done put together will be overlooked if something was to happen crazy in the playoffs. So I love the focus, man. You do supposed to stay in the moment. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be mentally where your feet at up under you, man. But I love the fact that Dak is like, he acknowledged it, and he moving on. He already on to Green Bay. That's what our leader's supposed to be on, man. Trap. That's what our leader's supposed to be on, man. And then I love the fact that, like we said, we didn't wait around and get the division handed to us or none of that goofy stuff. We went out there and took it. We went out there and played Cowboy football, dominated in dominant fashion. Went out there and just lit these boys up and handle business. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. I love the fact that we got our run game going. Tony Pollard looked like he was running like a man possessed. Rico was running like a man possessed. This offensive line was playing with so much intensity. I was impressed, y'all. I was impressed. Trap. Man, I made a tweet about Brock Hoffman, man. Listen, 67. If you don't know who Brock Hoffman was, but he was number 67, and that dude, look, I love the passion he was playing with, man. I don't know if that's sustainable how he play, because he looked like he was finna get in trouble. They had to wag their finger at Brock Hoffman. They looked at Brock like, hey, man, you got to chill out. Brock was getting in everybody's face. Brock was blocking through the whistle. He was pushing people down the field. Man, I love the aggressiveness he was playing with. These young guys came out there hungry, y'all. They came out there hungry. Trap. Hey, man. Hey, them young guys came out there hungry. We needed that, too. I feel like they added a level of physicality. It was some attitude in that, man. Because, like I said, them boys playing for a roster spot. Like, how many reps that Brock Hoffman done got all year? How many reps that TJ Baston got all year? Like, these boys trying to play themselves back into a contract, back into a better situation next year. So, man, these boys showed up and showed out. I was very impressed by Brock, and that was something I said on Twitter before I seen pretty much anybody say something, and then you'll see Mike McCarthy like singled Brock out, saying some good glowing reviews about him, man. So let's continue.
Does this feel different than the other times you've gone with how you feel about the team going into the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure. Especially, obviously, you look at last year, the way we came into this place and didn't finish the season the way we wanted to where we are now, the growth, the coaching staff, the players, the accountability, the communication, the transparency, and both sides of the ball holding their own, really. Not one side picking and holding and doing more, I guess you could say, than the other side. Really understanding that we have three great units. I mean, special teams went out there and made a huge play tonight. So 3 great units going into this thing. We're fit all the way around. At this moment, at this time, doesn't matter who we play, where we play them. We're excited for our opportunities, and as I said, it's about one at a time. And thankful we get to do it at AT&T next weekend.
Shout out to my guy HTM Sports. Like, hey, I give you your flowers, man. Let's give him a round of applause, cause that has been your guy. Since we picked him up as an UDFA. So give HTM his flowers, man. Shout out to HTM. Trap. You've been riding with the TJ Bass movement since day one, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we got to give our guy his flowers for picking that out, spotting that talent. We need it.
You talk about a lot of criticism that you take. The head coach also takes it. How important has he been this year just to get you guys to this point?
Yeah, it's been huge. He's been huge.
I ain't got my Twitter hooked
obviously,
up, man.
stepping in, taking over the play calling, and really much more than that. I mean, just you can ask him his weekly schedule and the way that he's approached has been much different than it has in the past years. And just I talk about communication, accountability. It's been amazing. I can't thank him enough. He's been an amazing head coach as he's continuing to be, but to be a play caller and have this relationship with me and him even grow more, understanding that, we're probably 2 of the people that get criticized the most. And so being able to lean on each other has been important. And, excited for the future and excited for this game. Excited for him for this game as much as everybody else. And knowing what this game means for the Dallas Cowboys, it's got something a little special for him as well. And it's important for us to get it for our own being. But the way that we do it will be a punctuation for him.
Man, look, man. I know a lot of people. Look, these narratives don't want you to like Mike McCarthy, man. I'm telling you right now, man. I told you the other day, he is the most disrespected championship-level coach I ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? That is a fact. But did you see the way your quarterback lit up when he started talking about Mike McCarthy? He gave this man all kind of credit about how they done got better with communication. They done grew their relationship. Now they just going crazy when it comes to the chemistry that they got on this field, man. And I think that's important, man. The OC and the quarterback relationship is very important. Like, I don't think we had like a hierarchy in that relationship with him and Kellen Moore. Now you see him and Mike. It seemed like Dak, like, hey man, I'm riding for Mike. You seen Mike ain't even acknowledging the Green Bay game like that. We know it means something to him, but Dak made sure he said something about it. And now, the guys really want to win it for Big Mike, though. They want to win it for him. Trap. The guys want to win it for Big Mike. Mike, like, man, this a game. This a normal game. He going to say the regular old coach speak. But Dak, like, this going to be a little incentive for him. Once we go win it in a decent fashion, this going to be for him. So, man, I just love what I done seen with Mike McCarthy do with this team. And, like, just to be honest, man, now I feel like the past years, maybe the team went all the way bought in. I feel like they rocked with Big Mike. But like I said, just something about men, man. When you see Kellen Moore calling too many shots when he probably shouldn't be, it's hard for them to, like, die on the hill with Mike McCarthy when he ain't aggressively taking over. Now they done witnessed how successful they can be with buying in and believing in Mike McCarthy. Now these boys ready to die on that hill for Big Mike. Trap. They ready to go to war for him now, in my opinion. So let's continue.
You knew during the game because the Eagles kind of threw up the white flag, but are you proud of how you finished it.
They saying the Eagles threw up the white flag.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's the way we wanted it. And I think you just, we understand all the narratives around the game, but, frankly, it's still a division game, and that's really was our approach. And, we knew that they were going to throw some things at us. And, you look at the way the game started and, a lot of deceptives and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, when you play division games, it's always a dogfight. So that's
a good thought too, man. The Washington was pulling out all the stock. They threw everything but the kitchen sink at us at the beginning of that game. A lot of people were saying they was just gonna give up and lay down. Nah, that looked like a team that was trying to take it to us. They was going for it on 4th down 5 times in a row type stuff. Doing all kind of reverses and all this stuff, man. Washington actually was trying to take it to us, y'all.
Mike Todd for the ESPN. How quickly did you find
Shout out
out
to Popeye Peach with the $2 super. He says, does that mean Jerry gets his flowers for Mike High?
They've had a good year.
Sure.
I haven't watched them a whole lot, but yeah, the drama of it, I'm sure you guys will love. I will not participate this year. But
shout out to Coach Ma with the $2 super.
Hey, it's playoff time. It doesn't matter who we play, to be honest with you.
Coach Ma wants some more smoke with the Eagles. I ain't want to make this about the Eagles because I flamed them up already. But let me see what I can do, Coach. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know how to operate this thing that good, but it won't let me click on it from there. We'll come up with something, Coach, before I get up off here. I got you.
How do you feel about the way Dak finished the season, the offense finished the season compared to last year going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously last year was not very good for us here. Just reflecting back, but it's 2 different teams, 2 different situations. But yeah, we feel good. We wanted to get the run game established, and I think clearly, I was really proud of our young guys. Both Brock and TJ, and particularly Brock, just because we didn't know. I mean, Zach, I didn't know about his illness until he arrived here.
Did you hear him say particularly Brock? Because Brock actually was going in, y'all. That boy Brock was going in, y'all. I really was impressed by him.
So that was clearly a last-minute move. The way that went down, I mean, it was probably about 20 minutes before the 90-minute meeting that it was determined that Zach was not going to be able to play. So
well, one thing about the Eagles fans,
we stayed right on course with the call sheet. We didn't change. We didn't shy away from anything. Those guys gave us the chance, and just like anything offensively, you want to stay in a healthy run pass mix, and because that's when we're at our best, and and our offensive line gave us that opportunity. Obviously, our skill guys played well. Dak played well. I thought Tony and Rico ran the ball the way he looked for. And even on the flip side of it too, Brandon had to we had to block, and then also the miss, and then it was important to give him one more kick here at the end, because it's the regular season's over, but we feel good about the amount of work and everything we put into it, and we're ready to go for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that was just a little hiccup from Brandon Aubrey, man. It was just so many people talking about how perfect he was. It was bound to happen. I'd rather it happen now than opposed to in the playoffs, so I'm not too worried. It looked like they wasn't too shook up about it either. Then he came right back and redeemed himself from a 50-yarder. So, hey, I believe Brandon Aubrey will be back to being, a clutch, dangerous weapon as a kicker. So, I ain't too worried about it, man. So, we'll be all right.
Unless you play a championship game at San Francisco, enhance your chances to achieve your
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the opportunity to speak on it, but
the reporter asked about his advantage at home. I know y'all couldn't pretty much hear it, but the audio was low. But he asked about what Mike McCarthy feel about the advantage he has at home.
Don't think about it. We set the goal, way back in April. You magnify it. In training camp, I think everybody does it similarly, but we understand that the body of work, things that we needed to accomplish during the regular season, we did a good job. I mean, the team should be proud of a 2 seed in the division championship, and because I'm proud of them. But most importantly, it's playoff time, and we need to play our best football. It doesn't matter who we play, where we play them, and that has to be our mindset. And I clearly understand our record, 4-5. I don't sweat it. I've won a Super Bowl going on the road, so.
Man, did you see how he poked his chest out when he said that? Man, I better quit playing with me, Mike. Trap. I've won a Super Bowl on the road. Quit playing with Mike.
It's really about how you're playing. It's the team that plays the best this time of year. And, you know, our goal is to work and get hot and go get this wild card game, and then, you know, then we'll go from there.
Mike, how much is the team's theme is Carpe on the other whole year? How much does that get repeated now that this one's done and there's more to go?
Well, I mean, we live it, so it's not that it's repeated. You know,
Mike said we live this stuff, man. This ain't just no slogan, dog. This ain't just no slogan. We practice this in everything that we do. I love it.
It's the overriding, you know, mindset of what we're trying to accomplish. You know, I think you do. You know, when you build a championship program, sometimes it may not go as fast as you like. Sometimes.
Shout out to Mr. Globetrotter Glass. He says Hunter was a blocking machine yesterday. Hey, if it wasn't me or a lot of the stuff I asked about in the 5 ways to improve the run game, I think I seen at least 3 or 4 of them, y'all. I don't know. Trap. I'm not just saying it was me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it looked like I seen about 4 of those ways being implemented into that game plan. But let's continue.
You
Appreciate
too fast,
you,
and trust me, it's a lot harder to sustain. So, you know, I just think we're building up until this year. You know, we had our ups and downs like everybody does during the course of the year. You have unfortunate injuries, part of the game. But yeah, you know, we're still on the road to accomplish what we set out to accomplish, and you know, that's going to start with us getting here tomorrow and getting on Green Bay. You know, we'll have a team meeting and we'll jump on them tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So, and that's what we're all about. Like, they just keep you know, staying after the preparation. You know, I believe in it. I feel our team believes in it, and we'll be ready to go Sunday night.
Yes, sir. We'll be ready to go. Hey, I can't wait for that game, man. You know Mike ain't gonna sleep. He gonna make sure he get that one, bro. Trap. Mike ain't gonna sleep, man. He gonna be about that life for that one. But shout out to John Machota on Twitter. He says Dallas Cowboys defensive end / linebacker Micah Parsons. The regular season is cute, but this is legacy. There's always the term of be phenomenal or be forgotten. I like it already. Trap. He says the way Jimmy Johnson, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Charles Haley performed in the 90s, that's where me, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott all want to be. Have that legacy and earn our way into that type of Cowboys Hall of Fame. See, this is bigger than just a game, man. I love the fact that they thinking like that, man. Because, look, all that means is they know mediocrity is not going to be enough. They know one step ain't going to be enough. They know that they got to finish the deal. They got to go conquer something. They got to go take the championship. Nothing will be given to them, even though they are Cowboys, and we give them all the love and accolades that we can. But they won't get the ultimate respect until they get that trophy. So I love the fact that they acknowledging that. I really do. And especially our best players, Micah, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak. You see who he mentioned. They understand the bigger picture. And I feel like everybody else will too. But I like the fact that, you know, they saying they got a whiteout going on. And I feel like, you know, me as a rapper / artist, you know, working these words, I feel like whiteout can mean a lot of different things. So I feel like, you know, it's time for us to white out all the bad narratives, all the dark clouds, all the unsuccessful years, all the unsuccessful games, all the bad stuff that they say about this football team. It's time to wipe that out. White it out, erase it, get it up out of our mind. We on some positive vibes. It's time to go take over, seize, compay, unbeat, go take over, all that good stuff, man. It's time to white out the haters. It's time to white out all of those false narratives that the mainstream media says. It's time to white out all that stuff, man. You can correct all your wrongs if you go out here and attack this game and attack this system the way we need it to be. So, hey, man, I love the white out theme. Wish I could be a part of it, man, but I ain't gonna be able to make it. But, man, I might be whited out wherever I am in the world just so I can be tapped in with my team, man. So, yeah, that white out vibe, that thing, I like it. And make sure we understand the magnitude of this game, man. This is not no regular old game. These opportunities don't come around all the time. We need to make sure we go out here and conquer this, man. Let's do it. Trap. Let's do it, man. It's time to conquer this, man. Shout out to Miss Regina Green with the $20 cash up. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thanks for your contributions, man. It goes a long way, not a short way, on helping us do this, man, keeping the lights on, getting up every day, trying to give y'all some of this Cowboys content, man. We appreciate y'all. But, yeah, I feel like that whiteout is symbolic to me. It's very symbolic to me, man. I feel like we can white out a lot of these false narratives and all the haters and non-believers, naysayers, all of them can get whited out by us just conquering and attacking this the right way. Shout out to Patrick O.C. Walker. He said Dak Prescott isn't wearing his NFC East title hat or shirt. He says he's not doing it to send a message, but explain his current mindset. We won the East before. The focus is ahead. Simple as that. I want something better, y'all. Trap. I want something better, man. He want bigger and better things, and I just love the mindset. I really do. We're going to get back into talking about more of this team and this game, but, man, I just love the fact that we went in there and handled business. This is the defense. The defense banging, man. I love it. You got to still be in the moment, too, Dak. You know what I'm saying? You really do. But shout out to Zeke, man. It says former Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott says he'd make it to a Cowboys playoff game. I definitely plan to pull up and support them. We already know Zeke is still a Cowboy at heart, man. So shout out to Zeke. Trap. Zeke said he gonna pull up and show out, man. So, hey, he probably be out there with Dez Bryant or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Hey, banging for that star, man. I love it. Hey, I think the guys will be happy to see him. But this right here is just some news. We understand that Ron Rivera got fired. We done got another coach fired, y'all. Good grief. Trap. We done got a whole nother coach fired. That's sad. It says sources said the Commanders are hiring one of the best in sports, luring two-time NBA Executive of the Year Bob Myers to the NFL to help run the franchise. Bombshell. A four-time NBA champ, Myers built the Warriors dynasty before stepping down to work in TV. Now he lands in the NFL. That's very interesting, you know what I'm saying? That is basketball. But I think he'll be like, he probably won't be involved in the sport part, probably the business part. But, you know, maybe that's a good move. We'll see how that works out. But, hey, Mr. Myers, this ain't basketball. I want you to know that. Trap. Washington just been getting all these big name glitz and glamour people, and we still seeing the same crap over there. So maybe they turning around in the next 10 years. You know, I don't know. But, hey, the Cowboys still going to be running the East like we do. So, hey, it is what it is. I feel like we finna be the next back-to-back because I feel like we'll get it next year too. Shout out to Stephon Gilmore. It says Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy on cornerback Gilmore. He told me he fine and he'd be ready to go. So that's some great news, excellent news. I seen Stephon Gilmore on there say he just separated his shoulder. They popped it back in place and he ready to rock out. That's the best news of the day right now. Trap. That's the best news of the day, y'all, because that could have been screwed up right there. We already thin that corner, losing Trey for the year. And then, you know, I seen Nation come in making some good tackles, but, you know, I don't know if I'm ready to see him being in coverage that much, you know what I'm saying? We know how he have his struggles with the ball in the air, so, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that Gilly was healthy. I feel like that could have been a problem for us, but, hey, the football guys shining on us, man. They shining on us right now, and we got to take advantage of it because, You know, it didn't look bad, but you know, sometimes it don't gotta look bad for it to be bad. So when he fell, I was like, he should be okay. But he ended up being good, man. So that's the greatest news. So right now, your team went out there and dominated and still was able to walk away unscathed, pretty much relatively healthy. So that's all great news for us. Trap. That's all great news for us, man. It couldn't have got no better. We got everything we wanted. We did everything we needed to do, and it was just great the way we did it. Shout out to Mr. Burns. Hey, you made me think of The Simpsons now. He says, drop a new jam, landlord, whiteouts. We still them boys. Hey, man, that ain't no bad idea. I might have to make me a whiteout freestyle or something, you know what I'm saying? We might be able to pull that off. But let's get into this game real quick, man. Before we wrap this up, I want to actually talk about what was done. You know, Dak Prescott, 31 for 36. Who better?
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Every time I talk about Dak, bro, I almost go on a rant and start telling people he the MVP of the league. He should be. I hate it, man. I hate the way they finna play my quarterback. I know they ain't gonna give it to him, but I want us to collectively feel like it far as the fan base go. Okay, listen. I know it's some Dak Prescott haters out there, right? This all I want y'all to do. If you feel like Dak is truly the real MVP of this league, just give me a MVP Prescott in the chat. Because we can collectively, like, screw what the haters talk about. We know that they bias out there. We know this. We know it's a conspiracy out here. We know they playing with our team. They're not doing it right. They're not judging us properly. They always been biased against us. And Dak then went out here and showed everybody the whole year that he's the best. Got better numbers, more touchdown passes. He's just been dominating. But the league don't want him to do it. He had one bad game, and now the league just like, oh, he can't be the MVP. That makes no sense. But I just want us as a fan base to realize that we are being discriminated against. It is. And we being judged unfairly and biasly. So we need to realize that Dak Prescott is really, truly the NFL MVP. He just not going to get it because they hate on him. That's the only reason. Trap. This man went 31 for 36. And one of those, the interception was a tip. And it was a penalty. Think about that. Y'all know that was actually a penalty. See, that really caused for concern for me, man. Because think about this. They really need to think about defensive holding more, bro. Because I'm sure that happens more often. Think about it. It seems like it's nothing important, right? But did you see how effective that was? Ridgeway held one of our offensive linemen, which allowed the stunt to be successful. That's pretty terrible, y'all. They need to pay attention to stuff like that. They really need to put almost just as much emphasis as they do on offensive holding, on defensive holding. What if that could have got somebody hurt? Just because you letting this person hold somebody and making a stunt be successful. That dude had a clear shot at that off of a penalty. They don't pay no attention to defensive holding outside of the secondary. I'm talking about in the trenches. That's dangerous. If they ain't gonna call it, we need to do it. Shit. If they ain't gonna call it, then we need to be telling our defensive line to do it. Right? That's dangerous when you think about it. We don't really think about it like it's that bad. But man, if I can hold you and make my player get a free line at the quarterback, that could be game changer. That could be season changer. That's dangerous, man. The NFL need to put more emphasis on that right now. Like, that needs to be something that they pay more attention to. All they do is call holding on the offense unless it's going up against Micah Parsons. All they do is call holding against the offense. But that was the only reason that interception worked, because he held the offensive lineman, gave him a clean line on the stunt, and he got a tip. That's what happened. So, man, they really need to put more emphasis on defensive holding, bro. They really do. You really don't even see that call being made. That will let you know it's pretty much ungoverned at this point. It's almost like, I guess it's the equivalent to offensive pass interference. That's a call that's rarely called, man. But hey, if the player doing it, y'all need to pay attention to it, man. So, hey, man, we might need to go at the lead like, bro, that could have been messed up. That could have been messed up. What if that was the playoff game and they got away with something illegal like that? That would have been messed up, man. They got to pay way more attention to stuff like that. But we got to give our quarterback some love for that, man. He had a great day. 31 for 36, 279 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 fluke interception, and a passer rating of 124.4. That you can't get no better than that, man. Shout out to him, Prescott.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Tony Pollard was very effective, 17 attempts, 70 yards, 4.1 yards a carry, a touchdown, and a long of 12. Rico Dowdle was effective, 9 carries for 46 yards, 5.1 yards a carry, and a long of 20. Hey, I think that you can win with that right there. CeeDee Lamb, one carry for 7 yards. Turpin, 1 carry for 5 yards. Cooks, 1 carry for 3 yards. And like I said, even though it didn't just blow us away, then I say a lot of those things add the wide receivers into the run game. It looks like that was a point of emphasis, right? How many receivers had carries? Turpin, Cooks, and Lamb? I said that in my ways to improve the run game. Add the receivers to the run game. And now, the next game, they got 3 carries from a receiver. CeeDee Lamb usually get 1, but Brandon Cooks getting 1. Turpin usually get like 1 every other game or something like that. But I think that's a good indication that they put emphasis on this run game. I love it. But I'm glad we actually did some of the things I said. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of the plans that, to get this run game right. But look at CeeDee Lamb. 13 for 13, 98 yards, 7.5 a catch, 2 touchdowns. Man, CD is him Jones. What else I said? I said I wanted to see Jake Ferguson step up and become that tight end again. I want him to be a staple in his offense again. Jake Ferguson did a good job. 6 for 6, 69 yards, 11.5 yards a catch, 16 for a long. So, man, listen. I told y'all, my 2 most important players to go down this stretch in the playoffs is Jake Ferguson and Brandon Cooks. And I'm automatically assuming that CeeDee Lamb are going to do what he do. I'm automatically assuming that he's going to be CeeDee Lamb. He's going to be him Duncan. That's who
me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I'm automatically assuming he going to give me that. So outside of the norm, I feel like we need Jake Ferguson to become a staple in his offense, consistent targets. He need to get at least 6 to 10 targets a game. 6 to 10 targets a game, we need that from Jake Ferguson. Okay, and then Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks went he had 8 targets, 6 catches, 39 yards and a touchdown. Look, I don't mind Cooks getting touchdowns, but we need to target him a little more as well. It's only so many balls, I understand that. But I feel like we need to take at least 1 deep shot with Cooks a game. Cooks and Turpin need to be on the field early in the game. I feel like that'll be effective. Let Turpin and Cooks take the top off the defense early in the game to make sure they realize that, hey, we will go deep. We're not no sideways, horizontal team. We're a vertical team. That's one of the biggest differences from our offense compared to last year. We're a vertical team now. We're no longer sideways. We vertical. We going down the field. So I love it. I love it. And most people thought the West Coast offense would be more horizontal because of the quick passes, but we've been taking way more deep shots. And look, listen what they said. Check out my boy, the friend of the show, Jalen Tolbert with his touchdown catch. Trap. Don't y'all see this trend? It seems like I'm going to have to do my boy a video, though. Because real talk, Jalen Tolbert, he pretty much averaged a big play a game almost at this point. Like, he's not going to wow you and dominate a game this early in his career, seems like, or he won't get the targets or the attention to be able to do it. But at the same time, he's come up with a lot of clutch catches, y'all. Most of his catches either be like big plays, first downs, or a little touchdown. So he might give you 1 catch a game, but it's always been a first down Pay attention. In the Miami game, who had almost the biggest play of the game? Jalen Tolbert, like a 50-yard catch on somebody's head top. So what happened to the bus stuff? Now, of course, he's not becoming a Super Bowl, a all-star right now, a Pro Bowler right this second. But I like the steps he done took. He got very minimal opportunities to be good, and he's taking advantage of them, man. So I love it. Got another nice touchdown. That was trust. That was chemistry. Shout out to Dak and Tolbert on that touchdown. That was impressive. See, it's another level of quarterbacking when you start doing stuff like that. That was anticipation. That was anticipatory. You know what I'm saying? Dak went to the right. And then, you know, when you start putting balls in spots, Dak threw Tolbert open. Tolbert wasn't even open. That's that MVP level quarterbacking right there. Tolbert was not open. That's when you manipulating the game to a different level. Now, when you seen Tolbert had to do, the dude was trailing Tolbert. Dak said, okay, let me throw the ball behind him, let Tolbert adjust. Now he wide open touchdown. Then did you see the manipulation Dak did on that CeeDee Lamb red zone touchdown? That was masterful. Like, Dak running around scrambling, but what a lot of people didn't see was the manipulation Dak did with his eyes. Dak looked one way. He scrambled all around. Then by the time he settled down, he looked one way and then shot a rocket to CeeDee Lamb. I don't know if people seen that. Go back and look. He looked off people. That's why that play was successful. It wasn't just that CeeDee Lamb got open, because if you go back and look at it, CeeDee wasn't really open for real. Dak just manipulated the play with his eyes. He looked one way and fired a rocket the other way. That's elite level quarterbacking right there. Then you go to the other touchdown, the one he threw to Brandon Cooks. Elite level ball placement. You couldn't have handed him the ball a lot better than that. You couldn't have walked up to Brandon Cooks, handed him the football on a platter better than that ball placement. Exactly, Mr. Chris Longstar. That's elite level ball placement right there. But this ain't the stuff that they gonna talk about. They ain't gonna talk about that. The haters gonna talk about that one throw he missed to Brandon Cooks. I challenge the people who do stuff like that. Do you really watch football? Do you really watch these quarterbacks who y'all kiss up to? Do you really watch them? Or do you go off what the mainstream say? Because if you actually watch them, you will see that every quarterback misses throws, sir. Patrick Mahomes misses throws all day long. Josh Allen misses throws all day long. Tua was missing throws all day long. The best quarterbacks, the best of the best, they will miss throws. And your quarterback just went out there and went 31 for 36, so he only missed 5. You understand? So I just want people to think about it, man. Before you get to talking about your quarterback, go watch the other quarterbacks. Some of the stuff I see people complaining about, it be a normal part of quarterbacking. You know what I'm saying? It just be normal stuff. Oh, Dak missed a throw. Yeah, he gonna miss throws. Oh, Dak missed a wide open receiver. Yeah, it happens. All quarterbacks do that from time to time. That's the whole reason why after the game they go back and look at film. Did I make the right decision right here? Did I miss somebody wide open? Did I do this? Should I have window on this side of the field? Should I would have read the defense like this? Next time I get this look, we gonna attack like this. Like, bruh, no, most of the stuff that I hear the Dak naysayers, the Dak detractors talk about is normal problems that every quarterback has. Like normal stuff, and it's basically boiled down to it being just football, y'all. It just be football. They like, oh, Dak missed the open receiver. Yeah, it's gonna happen. That's normal football problems. It's not easy. It's hard. It's complicated. But I bet money he's gonna spot the receiver more times than not. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna hit that man more times than not. That's what you want from your quarterback. He's not gonna be a perfect human being. He does not walk on water, y'all. He does not walk on water. Even though sometimes he might turn water to wine, because that's what that was. That scramble around, that was water. And he turned it into wine. He made something out of it, something out of nothing. So, hey, he might be able to do that from time to time. But no man alive is going to be able to do that every time. So when he do it, give him his proper respect. When he don't do it, you got to understand that it just won't happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You can't depend on your quarterback being flawless every play in every game. Shout out to Marcus Hardison. He says, Jalen Hurts has the exact passing numbers as Dak did last year, yet the talking heads haven't mentioned Hurts being a turnover machine. Dude has 20 total turnovers by himself. Marcus, you already know they hating on us, man. They don't care about, nobody's talking about turnovers right now, Marquise. Nobody is. You notice that? They just wild about Josh Allen just getting the ball took from him and he doing all kind of stuff. They ain't talking about his turnovers. They just talking about how incredible he can run and how incredible his team is. They only take your attention away from that. When your team doing something great, they find the negative stuff and make you miss out on giving your team some props. They do y'all like that. That's why we sit up here and fight that. We fight all the false narratives because they've been doing it from day one. When Trayvon had all them interceptions, they talked about passing yards. You know what I'm saying? When Dak had all them interceptions, when Dak went out here and made this offense go almost from worst to first, when he came back from a broken thumb, all they talked about was interceptions. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. They don't want to see you happy. So when it's time to be happy, y'all need to really make sure y'all rep for your team. They'll never let you be happy. If you watch them guys, you'll be pissed off every day. Troy says, give him to Friday, landlord. He ordered his shoe for that walk. What you talking about? Oh, you talking about the... is you talking about that walking on water? Wait a minute. Trap. Is that what you speaking of, sir? Is that what you're talking about? In a football sense, what he been doing as of late, it might be equivalent to walking on water. You know what I'm saying? The football sense. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Neil, man. You don't be slapping folks over here. You slap how many commandos you slap? Is your hand numb? He said, I never listened to the talking heads at the letter networks having in years. New media is where it's at, man. Shout out to new media, man. They ain't doing it like us, man. They ain't doing it like us. They ain't doing it like us. They just want to talk bad about you. They want to talk down about you. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow that. But, okay, I think I gave love to the offense. Let's give love to the defense. That boy Stephon Gilmore, man, he been balling. Trap. Even though he went out at halftime, but man, that one catch that they got on him, he was right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for better coverage than that. That was just a better catch. But man, all year Stephon Gilmore done been answering the bell and surprising me. Like, I didn't think he was going to be trash, but I didn't think he was going to play this well. I knew he'll be pretty good and pretty solid, but I didn't know he'll be like this. He pretty much still a shutdown corner. Like, they don't even really try him that much. And he always in position. That was a wonderful play. That could have changed this game. When they did that, what it was, like a reverse, and then he threw the ball to the receiver, Stephon Gilmore was already in position, almost picked it off. That was a great play. That supposed to been touchdown. They talking about the throw, but I feel like Stephon Gilmore was just in great position. So, hey, man, we got to give him some more love. But not only him, Donovan Wilson has been on the hot streak. Shout out to Donovan Wilson. Because some of us was ready to get him up out of here. Some of us was almost done with Dono. Not saying that we was like he was that bad, but we was like, it was just, he just wasn't the old Dono no more. It looks like he's shaped back in the form, and now he's playing almost just like he used to play. He's out there making tackles left and right. He's out here in coverage. That's something new from him, honestly, because I never looked at him like a coverage player. But he got interceptions on back-to-back weeks, so, hey, shout out to Dono, man. Keep up the good work. If we can get our veterans to play like this going forward with y'all, it's finna be scary, scary for these haters. Trap. If we can get our veterans to keep this up, these boys in trouble. But shout out to Dono and shout out to Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis has been so clutch in these tackles, bro. Like, listen, even though he in coverage making plays and PBUs and stuff, it seems like he got a knack for these tackles, man. This like the third week in a row where it was a screen play. Jordan Lewis engaged with a block. In some kind of way, he figured out to get the tackle. Jordan crafty dude. That boy Jordan Lewis is crafty, ain't he? Like, I don't even know how he do it. Like, it seemed like when I'm watching the play in real time, I'm like, dang, they got a nice convoy of blockers right here. Like, this play might go for 20 yards. Then next thing you know, some kind of way Jordan Lewis weasel his way in there and make the play. So, man, hey, these veterans done stepped up in a major way. I think that's great for this team. And this pretty much tells you why people side with people with the intangibles and with the character. Because regardless of your ability, if you don't have the character, it won't really matter in the clutch situations or like on the day-to-day. Like, you could be as talented as you want to be, but can I trust you to do the work? Are you going to get up at 5 in the morning every morning? Trap. Can I make sure you're going to be right here doing as much work as I am? Are you going to be paying attention? Are you going to be in the lab? Are you going to be watching film? That's character stuff right there. So just because of talent, anybody can be talented. If you in the NFL, you're talented. Now it comes down to the intangibles and the character, man. So that's why when you hear some of these football players, they be like, man, he's like this, he's like that. Because they understand character matters in this manner. Character matters, and if you don't have the right character and the right intangibles, you will never reach your maximum potential. You will never reach your maximum potential if you don't have them intangibles. So that's why a lot of people ride with the character over just talent. That's why people do that. But yeah, man. So Jordan Lewis, our boy Slam Williams made an appearance. He ain't make no penalties either, man. Shout out to Slam. Trap. And Michael Parsons for going over 13 sacks for the first time in his career. Congratulations. That was big. We needed some sacks. We needed some pressure. And DeMarcus Lawrence for being a dog, for being a monster as usual. He was balling out too, man. So I'm proud of this team all the way around. And, man, look, the future looking bright. Yeah, Fowler been going crazy. The veterans stepped up late in the year, y'all. The veterans then stepped up in a big way. If we can get them to keep this up in the playoffs, man, listen, they might start singing songs about us later. That's all I'm going to say. But, man, y'all know I appreciate all the love and support. We finna get ready to spin back SBG gang. I don't know if they ready, but we should be ready in a minute, man. So I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all know why them haters hate on us. Why? Because we are the greatest. That's why, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. Thanks for all the love and support. Hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge in my hand. Support.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in the shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident, that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the phoenix. Show these people I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, and pop out until you make it. Show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the great young poet, got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans wanted. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These dudes ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth. To know that I kill it, these are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody with me, I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you'll need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how it feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the dollars see you make it, and show them all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
Not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.